Hello, I'm Lenore. For our group component, we decided to talk about fair trade because we thought it would best incorporate with what we've learned over the quarters. Along with fair trade, transparency is very important to know about. Transparency is how much a company is willing to reveal about its clothing and where it originates from. How much are the workers getting paid, and what conditions do they live in? Miranda will explain more in the next section of the video. I hope you enjoy.
Hello everyone, I'm Miranda Rose, and I'm here to tell you how you can raise awareness about knowing where your clothes come from. Now, I bet you don't think about this subject every day, if not at all, but this is extremely important to think about. When you go inside a store looking to buy some new clothing, the first thing that probably comes to your mind is how the clothing looks or how fashionable it is. The second thing that probably comes to your mind is how much the clothing costs. Most people don't actually look at the tag to see where the clothing was made. Well, I'm here to tell you, looking at the tag is the most important thing you can do. If the tag says something like, made in China, 60% cotton and 40% of whatever the other material it's made out of, and that's the only information they give you, then you do not want to buy products from that company. That wouldn't be considered a transparent company. Why wouldn't that company give you more information about where their clothings come from? Because they're not proud of how their clothes are made. Their clothes were most likely made by slaves and had something to do with human trafficking, modern-day slavery. Some companies even make children work up to 20 hours a day, getting 6 cents per hour. As for fair trade companies, which are companies that have no forced labor involved and treat their workers right, have more information on their tags or a fair trade certified label on it, also known as being transparent. The reason for this is because they're proud of how their clothes are made. If you have something good to say, why not say it, right? Another thing to know about fair trade companies is that their clothes will be a bit more expensive than most clothing, but it's worth making an individual's life better. With that said, feel free to ask someone at the store information about their clothing. You can also go to their websites to find more information as well. If you, 1 out of 7 billion people on this earth, make one tiny change, it does count. And with that little change, it can change the world into a better place. Oh, speaking of fair trade, I'm wearing my Aeropostale sweatshirt, which happens to be a fair trade company. To learn more about what companies to buy from, stay tuned.
Hi, my name is David, and I'm here to inform you about fair trade companies, what you should do, and how you know companies are fair trade. Fair trade is trying to give good working conditions for workers and give just a little more to the people who made the product. And that much of a difference can help workers and even farmers everywhere around the world. Now that I have informed you a little bit about fair trade, you need to know how something is fair trade. Fair trade products can be found at clothing stores, grocery stores, and other stores. On food, fair trade labels can be found by a little logo that looks like a person holding a coffee mug. For example, after I'm done sharing this piece with you, there will be a Green Mountain coffee mug that has the logo on it. The logo will also contain writing that says fair trade. On clothing, however, you will be able to find out if something is fair trade just simply by reading the tag. Here's a list of some fair trade companies: Starbucks, Divine Chocolate, Ben & Jerry's, and those are just 3 of the food companies that support fair trade, and there are also clothing companies that support fair trade at the same time. For example, there are companies like Aeropostale, Patagonia, and more. That is how you will know something is fair trade, but you also have to take into consideration working conditions and giving workers well working conditions, making it so it is fair. You can tell if a company has good working conditions by going onto their website and exploring. You will be looking for specific things located on the websites that will give you a better knowledge about them. That is how you know if something is fair trade or has good working conditions.
Fair trade is one of the ways that we can use to help other people around the world. If we do this, then our world will be in peace.
Thank you for watching our video. Bye!